them to us.
The government has issued a strong warning to Kenyans seeking jobs abroad following widespread fraud linked to travel and recruitment agencies under the Labour Mobility Program. A multi-agency task force formed 6 months ago has so far uncovered hundreds of complaints, ongoing investigations, court cases, and millions of shillings allegedly stolen from job seekers and even public funds. Our reporter Catherine Imuraget now brings us details of the findings.
6 months ago, the Ministry of Labour and Social Protection, working jointly with the Attorney General's Office, the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, the DCI, and the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, formed a special task force to tackle fraud within Kenya's Labour Mobility Program. The task force was established to receive complaints, investigate allegations, and hold perpetrators accountable.
390 cases are under investigation as a result of 190 visiting the task force and giving their grievances, explaining how they were swindled, how they were conned over a period of time. 15 files have been completed and forwarded to the DPP, and they are waiting scrutiny and permission to charge.
Alarmingly, Cabinet Secretary for Labour and Social Protection Alfred Mutua says many of the individuals and companies accused of defrauding Kenyans are not registered within the National Employment Authority or even with the Registrar of Companies.
Some of the individuals, and this is very important to note, some of the individuals whose names or companies have swindled Kenyans are not registered with the National Employment Agency, and some are not even registered with the Bureau of Business Registration. They are not known.
Mutua says the DCI is also investigating the alleged misuse of 18 million shillings disbursed by the Youth Fund for overseas job placements. The government has now issued a stern advisory to Kenyans seeking jobs abroad.
The DCI have issued summons to the following individuals who happen to be a husband and wife, who between them are holding 18 million shillings belonging to the government of Kenya through the Youth Fund, which they have vanished with. This is Mr. Vincent Omondi Oyugi, and his wife Rachel Njoki Karaoke.
Since the current regime took office, over 538,000 Kenyans have legally traveled abroad for work, with 450 to 500 people departing daily, a number expected to rise. Cases of fraudulent recruitment have reportedly been increasing, leaving many Kenyans stranded abroad after being lured with promises of well-paying jobs and better living conditions. Catherine Imuraget, KTN, Nairobi.
Catherine Imuraget's story brings us to a short break, but before we leave you, allegations of cover-up in the death of former Mount Kenya University student leader Bill Kaunda, who was allegedly ran over by an SUV along the Raila Odinga Way on 11th of this month before succumbing to his injuries 2 days later, have emerged. And this is a very interesting story. I know that you need to follow up on just to get more details about the new revelations around this particular story, and we'll be definitely bringing you more details on this story after this short break, so stay tuned, don't go too far.